We are in the kitchen at 24.com, and today we're going to learn how to make summer cocktails with our cocktail expert, Cameron. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great to be here.
Well, we're going to talk about summer cocktails. Why is it important to know how to make a few cocktails during the summer?
Well, it's always interesting to sort of mix things up a bit at house parties and so on with cocktails as opposed to having something like just beers and wines. So having a few cocktails up your sleeve just, like I say, keeps it fresh, interesting, and yeah, makes the summer a little bit more fun.
But why can't you just have beer and wine?
It's, well, for beer and wine, it's especially red wine, it's not really something you like to drink in the sun.
Yep.
So cocktails which are based around, ice and refreshing ingredients and really making it, catering to the taste of the moment, it's just a better option to have around in general.
So it's really something great for the summer. It keeps your guests refreshed, gives you something a little bit different.
Yeah, just a nice little secret weapon to set you apart from everyone else.
Okay, awesome. And I think that a lot of people steer away from cocktails because they think it's going to be a headache, maybe they don't have all the ingredients.
Yeah, that is a bit of a misconception with some of the more complicated cocktails these days, but if you go back to the more basic cocktails, the ones that first came out, it was all just about like hiding that alcohol really easily, but with really nice ingredients that you have at home. You'll find some really easy ones if you're actually looking for it.
Great, well let's make some cocktails. The first one we're going to make is?
The Mojito.
Great, okay, so let's get started.
Right, so this cocktail in particular is a muddle cocktail, so we start with the glass, which is weird, I know. First of all, you add your mint leaves, so I'm going to use 6 to 8, depending on the size. Try and find some nice flat ones that you can sort of smell as soon as you touch your fingers, those are the nice fresh ones. And then what you do, just to release the flavors, you give them a quick clap and toss them in the glass. This automatically releases all the fragrances, but without bruising the fruit. Without bruising the fruit and getting that bitterness that you sometimes get. Next, you add just a couple of wedges of lime. These are quite big wedges, nothing wrong with that, just means don't add too many of them.
Okay.
So I'm just going to throw 3 in there. And then, of course, we add just a little bit of sugar syrup. This, I like to use just over half a tot.
Okay, this is sugar syrup.
This is sugar syrup.
How did you make this?
Basically what you do is you bring 1 part sugar and 1 part water, the sugar dissolved in the water. Bring it to boil, let it simmer for about a minute, and then bring it down again. It's just glorified sugar water, really.
Okay.
But it's a much easier alternative to the brown sugar that was originally used in the Mojito, because normally you use brown sugar and then what happens is it sits for ages and it doesn't actually sweeten the drink like it should, and by the time you get to the end you just sit with the sugar at the bottom. So this is an alternative that you don't just sit around and wait for it to dissolve.
So it's just 1 part white sugar and 1 part water.
Yeah.
And you just boil that, let it sit.
Sit for about a minute and then bring it down to natural room temperature.
Okay, amazing. So what's next?
Next we muddle the non-liquids with the sugar.
So you just crush it in there?
Basically, just crushing it in there, just infusing that sugar syrup with the flavors.
Okay, awesome.
Not too hard, like I say. You don't want to bruise the fruit. I mean the mint leaves.
So how do you know how hard is hard enough?
It's kind of a go with what you feel kind of thing. But if you can see the leaves starting to shred, then that's normally a bad sign. Then you're kind of going overkill.
Okay.
So just give it a little bit there. Get all the juices out of the.
So in here now we have mint leaves, lime, and sugar syrup. Awesome.
Next, the all-important, the rum.
Yes, this is the alcohol, the fun part.
This I like to go just a little bit over 1 tot, so about 35 mils. But if you're looking for a bit more of a kick in the teeth, you can add as much as 2 shots.
All right.
Anything more than that, you may as well just drink the rum straight. Okay. Then for a little bit of citrus, I like to add the lemon juice.
So this is just a little bit of lemon juice that we've... And fresh lemon juice.
Fresh lemon juice, always best. The ones you get, just the lemon juice bottles you get in the stores, that's great as well. This also just a shot, not more than a shot, oopsie.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, once you have everything, now, all important, the ice. Crushed ice is best. It just is.
And crushed ice is
so much
obviously
colder.
Not cubed ice.
Not cubed ice. Crushed ice you can obviously make with cubed ice. Just put in a packet like I did here.
And smash it.
Smash it with a rolling pin,
good.
something big, fat and heavy, it doesn't really matter. Then you grab your bar spoon and you just want to get everything mixed up together.
That looks delicious.
Really good in there. You can use a slightly wider glass than this, it might make this a bit easier. But the important thing is just to get everything nice and even.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, once you're done with that, you can just cap it with a little bit more crushed ice in there. See, it's a bit messy, but all the best cocktails are. And top it off with a little, little mint sprig there. And there we are.
Great.
That's your mojito.
And when can you drink this mojito?
Best time when you're in the sun and you really need that refreshment. But it's such a classic cocktail. You can have it at evening parties as well, anytime really.
Great. And just quickly, before we wrap it up, take us through those steps again. So first we used...
First, it's the mint and, the limes. Douse it in the sugar syrup, muddle it up, infuse all those flavors.
Cool.
And you can start adding the rest of the liquids, the rum and the lemon juice. Just pack it full of ice, mix it up nice and evenly, get everything mixed really nice. And then just cap it with ice afterwards and sprig on top.
Awesome. Can I give it a try?
Absolutely.
Okay. Just going to take the mint out. That's absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for making that for us.
No problem.
Mojito is definitely one of my summer drinks. I can't wait to see what else you have up your sleeve.
Great.